Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be talking about the most common question I get to be asked, which is what is it like living in Finland? Most of my friends living abroad, especially those in Zambia, they get to ask me this question. So today I'll be listing my pros and cons about living in Finland. These are my personal experience and opinion. It's nothing in general, and I do have videos on my channel about what I love about Finland, my culture shocks, what I got confused when I first moved here. I'll put the links on the screen. You guys can go and watch that later on. And just to point out that there's always something that you will like about a place and something that you won't really like. So today I'll be listing my pros and cons about what it's really like living here in Finland for me. Before I get into the whole video, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button so you get notified whenever I post a video. So starting with the pros of what it has really been like living in Finland for me will have to be the safety and security. I think this is not anything new for anyone who knows something about Finland. Finland is a very safe place for me. I find that this place has been very safe for me. I haven't been attacked in any way or anything, and I've really loved the security because I can walk at any time, even as late as midnight, and the chances of me being attacked have really just been zero. Like, I haven't been attacked or harassed in any way. I'm not saying that there's no crime in Finland. Of course there is crime here, but I would say that the percentage of the crime is really low. So if you're planning on maybe visiting here or for school or moving here, I would tell you that Finland is very safe, and it has been safe for me for the 7 to 8 years that I have lived here. So I would say that this place is really safe, and it has been a very safe place for me. The free Wi-Fi in public places. You have to note that I am basing these points from my previous experience back home in my country Zambia to here in Finland. So seeing that there's all this free Wi-Fi in public places like train station, bus station, even in shopping malls, is just an amazing thing. And the internet is so fast as well. Back home we do have places which have free internet, like public, like free to everyone. But if you find any of that, which means that the internet is going to be very low, the page will take a lot of minutes for it to open up, or you find that there is internet access in public places but you have to pay for it. But here it's all free, which is just an amazing thing, and I do love that about this country. The next point is how well organized the Finnish system is. I know this point can bring up a lot of debate because some people don't like the way things are run in this country, but I feel like the Finnish system is well organized and not corrupt. For instance, the police, whatever you do and the police get hold of you, don't you dare try to bribe them. If you are caught speeding and the police give you like a speeding ticket or something like that, don't dare reach out for your wallet to try and bribe them to get your way out. That will just land you in big trouble. This is very common back in my motherland. I know that there's so much bribe going on. You do this offense, or you're not putting a seatbelt, you're caught speeding or something like that, you can easily get your way out with just some cash, under the table. But here, that is not something that you will find. That's a big offense. You should not even dare do that. And also just the way the education system is run and the healthcare system as well, I feel like they are all well organized and really great. With the education, like there's free education for Finnish citizens and the EU citizen as well. So I like the idea of like you can have whatever type of education that you want. You can go back to school at any stage that you want and not be restricted because you do not have the income and resources to go to school. So this is just an amazing thing about living in this place. And if you're a permanent resident living in Finland, you also have that opportunity to have the free education. If I want to go right now back to school and do my master's or PhD, whatever, and continue studying, I can go on and do that for free, which is the rare thing that you will find back in my country, because you might have all the knowledge where I come from, have everything, but if you don't have the income, the tuition fee, then that means there's nothing for you. You cannot be educated, which is just so sad. But here the Finnish system is just well organized, and I feel like it's really good. The same point of how well organized the Finnish system is, I want to put up freedom as well. People are free to do what they want to do. They're free to be who they want to be. If you want to be a transsexual, transgender, you can be that without any restriction. You can Gay people are able to marry each other without any restriction or being the government being against them. So there's freedom of doing what you want to do and be who you want to be without being restricted to do that. So in line with the well-organized Finnish system, I also feel like they have these good social benefits. So these social benefits are like, for example, like child care allowance, like unemployment allowance, and all these like studying student allowance and stuff. These are kind of like really nice, and that's something that you don't find where I come from. So with, like, for example, right now with the situation that's going on right now with the corona situation, some people have lost their jobs. Of course, if you have lost your job, if you're with the union, then you can get paid with the union. So like we have all these social benefit. But right now, for instance, in my home country, people are in deep shit if they lost their job and they don't have anything to help with their income and stuff. But here we have all these social benefits. You are paid while you're staying at home taking care of your child, like I am right now. You are paid if you're unemployed and you're not with a union, you get paid for that. Not to say it's a good thing, like if you're just staying at home doing nothing. There should be a reason, like a very good reason for that, because I know like all these payments come from people who pay tax. I pay tax myself too because I'm employed. I'm just taking care of my child right now. But yeah, I know that just sitting at home and doing nothing, it's not really a good thing. But of course, so we have these social benefits, and these ones apply to mainly Finnish citizens, and if you have a permanent residence as well here, then you are eligible to get those social benefits. So this is also an amazing thing about living in this place. So I'll talk about the beautiful nature and the summer. The beautiful nature in Finland is just so amazing. Finland has a lot, I don't know how many lakes and rivers, and just the nature itself, the forest, it's really, really beautiful. The air is very fresh. When you breathe it in, you even feel so relaxed, stress-free. And I'll point out as well that the summers are really long, really amazing, and so relaxing. Like for the first time I had to experience these long summers, I couldn't believe my eyes. Like I didn't sleep at all because that was just something mind-blowing for me. I had never seen the sun still up as late as 22. That was just something new and very beautiful. I'm not going to end my prawns without putting sauna. Like this is just the most amazing thing I really like about this place. Like I really do appreciate the sauna, and I love the Finnish sauna. It's just so amazing when it gets really cold, and the most heat that you get to have is the one from sauna. You will really love the sauna. If you're visiting here, planning to move here, you really have to try the saunas. The sauna is just amazing. It's Finnish. It's most number one favorite thing that I love about living in this country. Now, moving on to the not so good stuff about living here in Finland. The first thing for me will have to be how difficult the Finnish language has been for me. I'll honestly say that I haven't really studied it for a very long time, but I know that with so many people, Finnish language is really difficult to learn, very challenging. It's not impossible, it's just so damn difficult. You go to school for it, there's so many centers which you can find like Finnish language classes and stuff like that. But you also have to know that the Finnish language you learn at school and the one that is spoken pretty much are different. So you pretty much have to learn the spoken Finnish and the Finnish that the official Finnish as well. So I find that the language is very challenging, that you really have to expect about this place. Like most foreigners I know, they complain about the language. It's not so impossible to learn. Of course you will know, and some people are fluent in it. That's true, but it's just a very challenging, difficult language, if not the most difficult language in the whole world. That one is just not a nice thing about living here. But of course you can get away with speaking English here, but I feel that it's really nice for you to learn Finnish, and I know it's very challenging, but it's just nice that you learn the Finnish language while you're living here. The second point will have to be, it's not so easy for most foreigners to get a job here in Finland. This also lines up to the point that if you cannot speak Finnish, then getting a job here will be very challenging for you. I know there are people who are working who are without Finnish and little Finnish, or without speaking good Finnish and they have good jobs, but they'll always ask if you can speak Finnish, you can speak Finnish for you to get employed. So I know this has been very challenging for most foreigners. It's not impossible to get a job here, but it's just a very challenging thing to get a job for foreigners. The Finnish winter is very, very long, and in the beginning, when it's like, for me, in the beginning when it just starts being winter and when it's snowing, it's all very beautiful, very like a fairy tale, looking all white and beautiful. But it keeps going on and on and on, and it looks like it's never gonna end, and that's just really pisses me off at times and just makes me feel so low. So you pretty much have to find something to do in the winter. I like skating and skiing, so you kind of like have to find activities to do in the winter, or else this place is going to be so boring and depressing for you, because in the winter it's just limited things to do and limited places to go to. The next one is how unsocial Finnish people are. Finnish people are kind of more reserved, more to themselves. So if you yourself, you're an unsocial person, this place is going to be very, very depressing for you. So you have to kind of like find something to do, find people to hang out with, maybe a friend or something like that, because if you're not going to find anyone, they're not going to come to you. It's very rare that happens, but you have to find something to do, find a hobby, interact with people so you don't get depressed, because there's very easy chances that you would get depressed if you do not mingle with people and you're living in this place. So you just have to get yourself out, be a little bit social and stuff, because I know majority of Finnish people are very unsocial people, especially in the cold season. Not so many people are happy during the cold season. They're so to themselves and quiet. In the summer, I won't say they are very social, but they're more happy and more a little bit interactive. So you kind of have to be out there yourself. My last point will have to be that things are so super expensive here. I know the standard of living is high, taxes are high, salaries are good, but I know that many things are so super high and expensive. I find myself purchasing stuff from the UK and other places around Europe because they're pretty much affordable as if I get clothes from right here in Finland. Those get to be so expensive. There's tax for everything, tax in the car, housing and stuff like that. So if you are planning on maybe moving here or visiting here, that you have to keep in mind that things are pretty much expensive here. So those were all the pros and cons that I had about what it's like living in Finland. I didn't want to talk about other points because I did mention them already in my previous videos, and I didn't want to go on and on talking about the same stuff. But yeah, if you have any question, you can let me know down in the comment section below and I'll reply to them. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.